Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Thursday evening to my amazing viewers on this amazing channel. We are on week 12 of our Madden NFL 21 Toronto Huskies franchise, as the Toronto Huskies are now still the only undefeated team in the NFL. And we have a matchup between the Carolina Panthers, and then the playoff picture begins next week when if we win against the Buffalo Bills, we will be the first team to make the playoffs because of our undefeated record. And if we keep winning, then we'll have the number one spot and miss the first round of the postseason. So we'll see you guys at kickoff time against the Carolina Panthers. Alright, now we face off the 5-5 Carolina Panthers, as the goal for the Toronto Huskies will remain to be undefeated. So our game goals are undefeated. Bring the pressure. We have to have 4 sacks in this game. 16 carries, 24 receptions. So he's done pretty good, AJ Green. So here we are in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So we're at Maple Leaf Field, and the Huskies are on a roll to clinch the first round bye.
Dalton and the Toronto Huskies taking on Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers.
Alright, in this matchup, the Toronto Huskies are ready to host the Carolina Panthers. And Robbie Gould, who has spent some time with the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears, kicks this off. And the Carolina Panthers will get stopped at the 34. Teddy Bridgewater, who formerly played with the Minnesota Vikings, steps onto the field for the first time in this episode. Now, 1st and 10. This is a 1st and 10. Christian McCaffrey, whose father played tight end for the Denver Broncos, who was teammates with John Elway, gains 3 yards there on that play. So this is now going to be 2nd and 7 for the Carolina Panthers. And now Mitchell Trubisky, and then he's gonna throw it. Teddy Bridgewater there. I didn't know why I said Mitchell Trubisky, because I was paying attention to the other scores from week 12. So Christian McCaffrey runs it and loses the ball, and the Huskies claim possession of it. Eric Harris makes the fumble recovery for the Toronto Huskies, and this will be Andy Dalton's first time on the field for the offense. So 1,400 yards for the 2021 season. And now we're going to use Frank Gore for our running plays, because our mission is to get at least his 5th touchdown in the regular season. And he only gained 2 yards there, and it will be a 2nd and 8. Last week he had 5 carries, 67 yards, and 2 touchdowns over the win against the New England Patriots. So 2nd and 8 now for the Toronto Huskies here at Maple Leaf Field. I'm going to pass this off to Rob Gronkowski, and he's going to get stopped at the 4. So 1 for 1, 23 yards there. So 750 receiving yards so far for Rob Gronkowski. And it's a 1st and goal for the Toronto Huskies. And I'm passing it to Rob Gronkowski. And this will be a touchdown for the Toronto Huskies. First receiving touchdown. And it's now going to be a 7-0 lead here for the Toronto Huskies football team. Okay, now the Toronto Huskies are on defense, and Christian McCaffrey is going to run this, and he only gains about 6 yards there on that carry, so this will lead into a 2nd and 4 now from the 37 here for the Carolina Panthers. So I'm presuming Carolina's going to do a passing play, and they will. So they're trying to scramble, so they don't want to get sacked. And he slides on in to the 49-yard line for a gain of 13 yards. So this will be a 1st and 10 for the Carolina Panthers. So Carolina is on offense. They're going to pass the ball, and it is completed to DJ Moore. And 2,000 passing yards this season for Teddy Bridgewater. And this is now a 2nd and 2 from the 43. And Christian McCaffrey gets stopped there. He loses at least 2 yards on that play. So this will lead into a 3rd and 4 for the Carolina Panthers. And now Carolina's going to pass this off to Robbie Anderson, who formerly played with the New York Jets. And the Toronto Huskies, I relocated them as the New York Jets about a month ago in the first episode of the first season in the first episode. You can always check that video out. I'll have the link to the video in the description. So if you guys want to check that out, you absolutely can. And this is going to be a 1st down and 10 for the Carolina Panthers, as they're going to throw the ball to a receiver, and it's down at the 16, 2nd and 3, and it's the end of the first quarter here in Maple Leaf Country in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, as the Huskies now lead this 7-0, and Toronto is on defense. Toronto's on defense, so now they're going to pass the ball, and that will be a 1st down. All right, now it's 1st and goal here for the defense, here for the offense, and now McCaffrey does not lose nor gain any yards as the Carolina Panthers are still at the 8-yard line. And this is 2nd and goal. They're trying to aim for their first touchdown, and he gets sacked by Trevor Greensburg there, and it will be his first sack of the game for Greensburg, the Penn State product. I think it was first round, and this is going to be 3rd and goal, and they lose the football. Kenny Clark is going to run this to the other side of the field, and will he get stopped? Yes, he will, and it was a great fumble recovery as we are on offense there. So Carolina loses possession, and this will be Carolina's 2nd turnover of the game. And Andy Dalton and the Toronto Huskies will pass the ball to Corey Davis, the former Tennessee Titans wide receiver there. He is 3 for 3, 60 yards there. And now we're going to use a halfback running play. So we're going to be using Frank Gore, and he's going to get this into the end zone, and this will be his first touchdown of the game, and this will be his 5th on the year. So that being said, we'll see you guys when we're on defense. All right, now it's 1st and 10. Teddy Bridgewater, he's ready to pass, so he's ready to throw the football, and he gets sacked by J.J. Watt, the University of Wisconsin product, as we have 4 sacks in this game. That's our goal in this episode. That was one of our goals, and the other one was to remain undefeated. So this is 2nd and 20 now, as Carolina lost 10 yards there. It's a fumble, and the Huskies do claim the football. Kenny Clark again makes a fumble recovery, and this will lead into a 1st down and 10. So there are 3 turnovers for Carolina. And Toronto has none. So AJ Green gets a reception. And he's 4 for 4, 71 yards. Does he have a touchdown? Did he score that touchdown? He did not. All right, now I'm going to pass the ball to Gronk. And he gets a touchdown. Touchdown, Gronk. One receiving touchdown. That was the drive goal. And we'll see you guys when we are on defense. All right, now it's 1st and 10. Carolina gets a reception. Zay Jones there, and Carolina takes a timeout. So this is going to be a 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Here for the Carolina Panthers, and that could have been an interception there that time, but this is now 2nd and 10 from the 50-yard line. Here for the Carolina Panthers, so they're going to throw the ball, and that will be an incomplete pass. So this is going to be a 3rd and 10 now for the Carolina Panthers as they are on offense. If they do not make this 1st down, though, they will have to punt. So, and do they make a 1st down? They're going to say no. The officials are going to say no as they're trying to convert. Oh, wait, they're going to do a field goal, and there may not be enough time to do so as the clock hits 0, and he misses it. Toronto leads this 21-0, by the way. All right, now this is the beginning of the 2nd half here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, as the Carolina Panthers kick this off, and Joe Hayden and the Toronto Huskies will be ready to return, and he breaks a tackle, and he's going to get stopped at the 41-yard line, so this will be a 1st and 10. 41-yard kick return there, so this will be a 1st and 10 now for the Toronto Huskies as Andy Dalton hands the ball off to Frank Gore, and he's going to juke, and then he's going to get stopped at the 40-yard line. Trey Boston for the Carolina Panthers is down and hurt, as this will be 1st and 10. We're going to use some inside zone with Le'Veon Bell, the former Pittsburgh Steelers running back. And he last played with the Steelers in 2018, and he breaks tackles, and he's going to celebrate here in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies, 40-yard touchdown, and this will be a 29 because we're going to try to convert on 2 points here. So we're going to use the goal line, we're going to use the HB drive, and we will see you guys when we are back on offense. We're going to take a break. And the 2-point conversion is good. So it's now 29-0. 29-0. All right, now it's 4th down and 12 now as Carolina will punt here as the Huskies will return. We got AJ Green, who spent 8 seasons with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals, and he's going to break tackles and will get stopped at the 32. So this is going to be a 1st and 10 now for the Toronto Huskies here, as we're going to do a passing play on 1st and 10. So we're going to pass this to Corey Davis, and we juked it, so that makes us down at the 41, and it will be a 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 now for the Huskies. As now we're going to lob it here. They're going to pass, and it is actually completed at the 10-yard line. So we're in the red zone. So this will be a 1st and 10. We're just going to run this in with Le'Veon Bell. We're going to run it in with Le'Veon Bell. So I'm going to run this in, and he's going to get stopped at the 2-yard line. So we only have 1 minute to go in this 3rd quarter. So we should be able to get the touchdown before the quarter ends. And we get this in. Touchdown, Huskies. And it will be now 36-0 here in Toronto. All right, now it's 1st and 10 from the 31 here in Toronto as he makes a reception, passes it to Zay Jones, 2nd down and 5 now for the Carolina Panthers here from the 36. So they're going to pass it to Ian Thomas, and he will get stopped at the 49-yard line. So this is going to be a 1st and 10 as we got 11 seconds to go in this third quarter. So they might make one final snap, and they do. So this will end the third quarter here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. See you guys in the fourth quarter. All right, now it's 2nd and 12 from the 47 here in Toronto as they're going to pass the ball, and it will be an incomplete pass. So 90 yards for Teddy Bridgewater in this game. So I believe Andy Dalton has 130 yards from the last time I checked. So now Christian McCaffrey is going to run this, and he will get stopped at the 33. So this will be a 1st down for the Carolina Panthers. 1st and 10 from the 33. 3:50 to go in the fourth quarter. And he's going to pass it to Robbie Anderson. It's a fumble recovery. And Toronto is going to take this all the way to the other side of the field. And he's going to make it in. Touchdown, Huskies. Malcolm Jenkins with that fumble recovery to the end zone. That will be a touchdown for Toronto, and this will be a 43-0 lead here for the Huskies. We're going to take a break. Okay, guys, that fumble recovery that you guys saw was not a touchdown because the ball was out, and so the ball was out, and really the knee was down, so it was not a touchdown. So we're going to make it a touchdown here with Le'Veon Bell as he will get stopped at the 26. So 3 rushes, 61 yards, and a touchdown for Bell, the former Pittsburgh Steelers running back. And we're going to use the I form here. And we're going to I'm thinking about passing the ball to Rob Gronkowski. And I'm going to throw it to him. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. And we have 3,000 receiving offensive passing yards in this season. So now it's going to be 43-0. And we're going to take a break. All right, now it's 4th and 9. And AJ Green will be ready to return a punt for the Toronto Huskies here. 4th and 9 now. And it's going to be out of bounds down at the 16. So this will be a 1st and 10 for the Toronto Huskies, as Andy Dalton will hand the ball off to Frank Gore, and he's gonna get a 1st down there. 5 rushes, 47 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day. So this is a 1st and 10 for the Toronto Huskies as they're moving along. They're gonna move the chains, get 1st downs. That's the objective of football. And does Rob Gronkowski get a reception? They say yes, they do. And this will be a 1st and 10 for the Toronto Huskies. And they're going to throw the ball deep and incomplete. Incomplete pass. So this is his 1st incompletion all game. And he's done so good. He's been doing good all this season. And AJ Green gets a reception. So now this is going to be his 15th receiving touchdown of the year. And it's now going to be 51-0 because we're going to do a 2-point conversion. We're going to use goal line. And we're going to use Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to run this in. Touchdown Huskies, 51-0. We'll see you at the end of the game. And the Toronto Huskies win their 11th game of the regular season. So they're off to an 11-game win streak here in Toronto. And if they win next week, we'll show you the playoff picture when we get to week 12. So that being said, we'll see you guys. Uh, we'll see you guys soon. Have a great New Year's Day, everybody, and we'll see you guys soon.